Hi guys, I know it's been a while, but I just got back to Nigeria a few weeks ago and I've been going through a lot, but getting back into the swing of everything. Like, Nigeria has become so expensive, guys. I'm like, has it been that long that things have just been switching up on me like that? I feel like I might as well be in Canada or be in Europe right now because the prices of everything is just insane. The whole dollar fluctuation is mad. But you know what? That's not what this video is all about. I know many of you are planning to come to Nigeria during this Christmas holiday. If you are, leave me a comment below so that I know that you're coming to come and see me. I know many of you out there are planning to travel to Nigeria during this Christmas season. Drop me a comment below if you're one of those people. And you're probably wondering, as Nigeria moved forward and dropped all its COVID travel protocols, or are there still some things you need to know or do before you can travel to Nigeria? That is exactly what this video is all about. I'll be sharing all you need to know about Nigeria's COVID travel protocols, and they are valid as at today, the 18th of November, 2022. These are the same requirements that I had to abide by when I came back into the country late October 2022. If it's your first time here, my name is Sassy Funke, and I'm a Nigerian travel and lifestyle content creator, really helping Nigerians navigate travel better and smarter. If that's something that's interesting to you, make sure you subscribe and join this incredible family. And don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. First things first, I'm going to be sharing with you information from the official government website. That is the nitp.ncdc.gov.ng site. This is a site that has every single thing you need to know. And I'm going to pretty much be summarizing the key things in my video so that you don't have to waste too much time going through this site. But if you need a verification, make sure you check the website to ensure that things have not changed as at the time you plan to travel. I'm first going to speak about vaccinated travelers. If you're vaccinated, what you need to know. I'll then talk about non-vaccinated travelers, and I'll end this video by sharing with you some frequently asked questions and answers with regard to the travel protocols. Vaccinated travelers. What does it mean to be fully vaccinated? This is what the government's website says. Full vaccination for COVID-19 refers to a person who received 2 doses of any of the following COVID vaccines at least 2 weeks before the date of travel. That is Pfizer, BioNTech, Moderna, Oxford AstraZeneca, Sputnik, Sinopharm, Sinovac, Covaxin, Covovax, and Nuvaxovid, right? Or if you received a single dose of the following vaccines: the Johnson & Johnson, and also the Sputnik Light. So for those ones, if you've taken a single dose, it counts as fully vaccinated. So if you're fully vaccinated, the key things here is that, and I'll share this so it pops up here, interim travel guidelines for passengers arriving in Nigeria. Inbound passengers to Nigeria who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19 are no longer required to carry out a COVID-19 PCR test before boarding Nigeria-bound flights. So you don't have to do any PCR tests if you're fully vaccinated and you're going to Nigeria, right? It also states that fully vaccinated passengers arriving in Nigeria will not also be required to carry out a post-arrival PCR test or a rapid test upon arriving in Nigeria. Meaning, again, you don't have to do any tests once you land in Nigeria. You can just come in and live, enjoy your Lagos or Abuja or whatever life that you want to enjoy, right? It then also states here that even though, all inbound passengers must register via the online Nigeria International Travel Portal. So on that, the nitp.ncdc.gov.ng. So you do have to register even though you're fully vaccinated and you're not required to do any PCR tests. You still have to register on that portal, on the travel portal. Let's talk about unvaccinated travelers. To be considered unvaccinated essentially means, 1, you've not taken any COVID vaccine tests at all, right? You're not taking any COVID vaccines at all. Or, for example, when it comes to, Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, Sputnik, Sinopharm, Sinovac, Covaxin, Covovax, and Nuvaxovid, right? I've only taken one of them. If you've only taken one of those vaccines, it means you're definitely unvaccinated. And if you've taken any of these vaccines, even in 2 doses, but less than 2 weeks before your travel date, you're considered unvaccinated, if you understand what I mean. But essentially, if you've not taken what is considered the proper, like vaccinated, like what I mentioned as vaccinated, you're unvaccinated, if that makes sense. For these set of people, this is what you need to know. Inbound passengers who are unvaccinated or partially vaccinated for COVID-19 shall take a COVID-19 PCR test 48 hours before departure, right? So you have to take a pre-departure test within 48 hours of your travel. And again, undergo day 2 and day 7 arrival PCR tests at their own cost. So you also have to pay in advance for 2 tests, your day 2 and day 7 tests that you would have to go to at a test center in Nigeria, and you have to pay for those at your cost. So Nigeria is still making it mandatory for unvaccinated people to do both the pre-departure PCR test and also the 2 post-arrival tests. Also, you should know that as an unvaccinated or partially vaccinated traveler, you all inbound passengers must register online on the Nigeria International Travel Portal. So you still have to do this registration online as an unvaccinated traveler too. So now I'm going to dive into the frequently asked questions with regard to traveling to Nigeria, COVID travel protocols. The first one is, do kids have to register on the NITP portal, right? Yes. Under 18s have to register. Even though at times, I travel with my daughter a lot, I noticed that on arrival in Nigeria, sometimes they don't actually check that under 18s have registered or they have their, permit to travel. And I think the reason why they do this is because they don't check sometimes is because under 18s are not required to do a PCR test anyway. And they're considered like as fully vaccinated travelers. Second question, do children have to get vaccinated too, or are they exempt? I mentioned this. Under 18s are exempted from all vaccinations and are treated as fully vaccinated people are. Once you register them on the portal and you put their age in, automatically, the system recognizes that they're under 18 and they're generated a permit to travel. How long does it take to register on the NITP portal, on the Nigeria International Travel Portal? I find that it takes on average, if you have all the information that you need, 20 minutes or even less. So it's quite quick, as long as the platform is working, which it has been. I've not heard any complaints from anyone in recent weeks. How long in advance can I register on the travel portal? If you're a fully vaccinated traveler, you can register as soon as you have your flight information, right? Because you have all the information that is required to register. The system does not prevent you from registering early if you're fully vaccinated. So you can do it as quickly as you have your flight plans, get it out of the way, get your printout and store that information for travel. But if you are unvaccinated, you can only register on the portal within 48 hours of your flight. And the reason behind that is you need to be able to provide the result of your PCR test that you're taking within 48 hours of your flight. So you can't have that information before 48 hours, right? So within 48, once you have your result of your PCR test, then you're able to actually register on the portal. Next question. Do you have to self-quarantine if you're traveling to Nigeria as an unvaccinated traveler? Yes, you are advised to self-quarantine. And I'm going to share the point on self-quarantining here with you, so you have this information. If unvaccinated or partially vaccinated, proceed on a mandatory 7-day self-isolation. So it's not at a government center, it's wherever you're going to be staying, self-isolation. Travelers are to avoid physical interaction with friends, family members, colleagues, and whatnot. So that's what it says about that there, to self-isolate. A popular question is, do we still need to get a PCR test before leaving Nigeria? And Nigeria is very clear on this. They state that you need to comply with the requirements of your destination country, transit country, and airline. Nigeria does not have a particular requirement but themselves, but your airline, your transit country, your destination country might have requirements that you need to abide by. So you need to check that information, follow that guidelines, because if you don't, for example, have the right documentation that the destination country requires, you will not be allowed to even leave Nigeria because they will check for that information before departure. So guys, that is it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick, brief delivery of the travel protocols. If you're going to, you're coming to Nigeria to enjoy December with us, I hope you have a fantastic time. If you made it to the end of this video, just leave a comment and say, Sassy We made it. Yes, Sassy, we made it, because we always make it here together. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a huge thumbs up. If you have ideas for content that you'd love to see on this video, please drop them in the comment section. I have so many ideas, and that's why I've been taking my time to really come back, but I'm gonna, 2023 is gonna be a bang. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for your love and support, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.